somewhat eye-watering goal difference. This final game decides whether Australia have a chance to advance ahead of the Danish on goal difference unless Denmark can perform a minor miracle against Germany. They're off. McBay is sprinting against number 5, Anna Thompson. McBay just gets there and turns the boat away, but she finds herself under fire immediately, manages to get the pass away to colleague Katie Howes. In goes Howes on this left-hand side. She is unchallenged off the bottom bar, right off for a sideline throw. An opportunity now for the Australians to launch their first attack. Katie Howes sat on the taker. Goebel brings it up. Lovely ball over the top to Stevenson. Is a little bit wide. Linnell Madden needs to get her hands to this now. Surely, yes. Paddle foul conceded against Linnell Madden. So GB with an opportunity now. Howes being marked. Littlewood stopped in her tracks by Moore. Katie Howes doing what Katie Howes does best and taking goalkeepers' paddles clean out of their hands. Beautiful, beautiful stop from the Australians. Howes takes it short into Linnell Madden. Opportunity to sink this. Takes an extra hand paddle, decides better of it, recycles it out. Meanwhile, Australian goalkeeper Paholke is ready for anything. She's like a coiled spring. You can just see her swiveling left and right, ready to defend. Lovely ball over, long bottom now, looking dangerous. It's being covered by Hurd. Stopped in her tracks. McBay needs to get hands to it, manages it. That's an illegal holding foul, surely in the act of shooting. Yep, that's the one. Right call by the referees every day of the week. So that is opportunity for GB to find themselves on the board. So it's going to be Paholke for Australia taking on Bethan Littlewood. Some of the biggest arms in canoe polo going head to head here. Strong women. I think the other team, rest of the team needing to get back behind the 6 meters. Off we go. Off the top bar for Bethan Littlewood. Green card for Erin Moore, but it no longer stands. Power play is over. GB looking like they want to punch out and hit this. McBay and Longbottom chasing. Ball goes left, finds Paholke. Ooh, off the side of the goal there. Fair attempt. Australia hot-footing it back to their own half. Hurd is in goal. Over the top, that's really unfortunate from Linnell Madden. Just heard in my left ear the Australian supporters. Good keeping, Sarah. Ah, we have fun here. As the camera pans over to the GB goal, you'll just see Erin Moore tussling with Katie Howes, number 8. Opportunity for GB to take control of this. Linnell Madden with a boat on her deck. And Linnell Madden, I think, just giving referee Yekai Chen something to consider over the next couple of minutes, but it needs to stop pretty quickly. Hurd in goal, takes a deflection before it even reaches her. Australians holding their zone firm. And now Madden trying to find some real estate here. All the way out to McBay. McBay, Howes. Howes takes it in, using the split created by her teammates. Wallops it towards the goal, but no dice. Deflected away by Jane Stevenson. It all feels very tense here on pitch 2. The supporters have fallen silent in anticipation of the oncoming storm. Long ball over, finds Howes. Howes takes it in herself, finds herself under pressure. The pass around the zone is shut down. Howes needs to get her hands to this, it's no good. Moore is running away and she finds herself under pressure from McBay. The GB chasing game. I think that's an illegal kayak tackle. It's a warning for number 6, I believe, Georgie Longbottom. Ball over the top. Lovely pass inside the zone. Needs to get hands to it. How do we feel about that? Taken back to the illegal use of the paddle. I think that's a warning for number 4, Lanao Madden, as well. GB really need to clean this up if they're not going to find themselves a boat down. Moore needs to be led in to take this. Surely this is just going to be recycled. Has the shot anyway through a forest of paddles, goes off for a corner. Howes goes off and Winterbottom comes on and immediately starts making waves in the zone. Again, GB with a corner move, yeah, hassling at the taker, and the nearest pass. This is going to be a long ball over the top to Sarah Alexander. Ooh, very close to the paddle, but gets away with it. This is an opportunity now. Not even mad. That was beautiful, and an eruption in my left ear from Australia as this senior women's team bring themselves to level pegging with the Brits. Oh, that'll do it. Whoa. Worth a shot. One goal apiece here on pitch 2, and what a game this is shaping up to be. Into the zone on my right has gone Goebel. I don't know what accent that was, I'm really sorry. I'm very impressionable. Australia steaming in, looking for the pass inside the zone. Just flicked away, Winterbottom now. Lovely long ball right in front of McBay. McBay's on her own, but Stevens is on her tail, over the top. That's the one, beautiful work. Eleanor McBay. Absolutely rapid and so reliable in a pinch. GB making a few quick tactical substitutions. McBay and Winterbottom are off. Howes and Longbottom are on to hold this GB line. Ball is far side in the hands of Stevenson. Stevenson needs to get this away. It's a warning again for Longbottom for kayak tackles. Ooh, this looks dangerous. Stopped definitively by Longbottom. Lee is in the house. Ball has found itself in the path of Georgie Longbottom, who needs to find a friend in front. It's Littlewood all the way. Littlewood all the way. Looks for the pass over. Lanao Madden has a go. The beast from Balahi takes GB out in front. GB 3, Australia 1. Beautiful work there, just confirmation on the screen. Sarah Lanao Madden. How will the Australians answer this? Into the zone, once again goes Siobhan Goebel. Over the top, Thompson, looking dangerous, is covered well by Howes. Goes off for a corner. Left-handed monster from Thompson. Moore just sat inside the zone. Lanao Madden trying to decide what to do with her without pushing her onto the keeper, Bethan Littlewood. In goes Thompson. Taking it all the way into the corner. This is going to be a tricky pass to make. Manages it. Finds Sarah Alexander. Moore. Out to Alexander. Over the bar. Goal line throw for GB. And GB sprint away. Kirsten Lee can't break free of Goebel. That's not quite where that wanted to go. Australia keeping it on the pitch and under control. Kirsten Lee pinning 2 players at once. Eventually having to concede defeat. GB settling back into their own half. Looking fairly comfortable with 2 goals in front. Illegal holding, turns the ball over to GB. Lee's gone. She knows that Lanao Madden's got it. She's on her own. She needs to take this a little closer. No, she doesn't. I'm a liar. I lie like a rug. Kirsten Lee proving once again that her arms are as big as everyone else's. Good work, Kirsten. 1 minute and 14 seconds here on pitch 2. GB 4, Australia 1. All to play for surely, but the Australians need to keep their heads up here. GB looking quite happy to punch out, it seems. McBay just backing up here. Shot off the bar, takes a deflection en route, and Howes takes control of the rebound. Surely that's an illegal holding foul, correct? It is. Now, now that's interesting. I think the Goebel not surrendering the ball, not picked up by the ref. McBay into Lanao Madden. Can she make it 2? She can. GB now running away with this half. 35 seconds left to go on the timer. GB again, happy to punch out, so Longbottom covering. Goebel takes it in, stopped at the border by McBay. Big calls for go, go, go. Lanao Madden working overtime. Oh, that's... How do we feel about that? Okay, I mean, I think there's very little that the referees could have done about that, honestly. It didn't look deliberate, but unfortunately it was a foul. They've put goalkeeper Katie Howes in to try and defend the 4-goal lead for GB. What can Erin Moore do with this? Can she close that gap? That's too close, surely.
3 seconds, Cesar, 3 seconds!
I think just clarifying some things with the referee here, so everyone else needs to be behind the 6-metre line. We're all very excited here on pitch 2. This is going to be wrapped up in the next 2 seconds. I think everyone is a little bit keen from, quite frankly, both teams here. 2 seconds is actually not that long, guys. Here we go. Beautifully done. Clinical work from Erin Moore, closing this gap between Great Britain and Australia. Australia, they're not taking any chances. They've got a goalkeeper in. Yeah, fair enough. So the score at halftime here on pitch 2, Australia 2, GB 5. What a half of polo, goodness me, as the light fades here in Deqing. The sun did actually come out earlier for a brief 20 minutes, which was amazing, and I think my feet dried out for the first time in what felt like weeks. But yeah, absolutely beautiful display of women's canoe polo here. I am very, very grateful to be sharing this with you today. Going to use this opportunity, as always, to thank our sponsors. the International Canoe Federation, the Chinese Canoe Association. We are, of course, being hosted in the delightful Huzhou city and Deqing County. Don't know if you can just see the Phoenix insignia just under the GB graphic there. It's absolutely massive up close. Beautiful monument. Big thank yous to Yupin Sports and the Guokong Group, Latour Sports and Kailas. Got a minute to chat about the teams a little bit as well. Managed to catch up with the Australians. They very kindly gave us an essay on the questionnaire that we sent out looking for information ahead of commentary, which is absolutely fantastic from us. They've been on a polo recovery mission since lockdown restrictions lifted, they've said. And it did sound like it was very, very harsh over in Australia, which I can completely understand. Their aim is to reignite women's polo in Australia. I think probably the most impressive thing that I read in that questionnaire answer was that actually there are 5 mothers on this team. And as a woman myself, the concept of coming back to polo after having a child, I mean, that is nothing short of incredible, and I hope that inspires more players to return to the sport after having a baby. Talking about GB for a minute, they want a World Games slot, which is being held in Chengdu next year, land of the pandas, as we said in the highlight reel. That means they want top 6 at least. But I know they're gunning for medals this year. They came 2nd in the Super Cup this year, which was a surprise to everyone. But to be fair to them, they absolutely smashed it. And very, very well deserved. Looking like we're getting things underway here once again on pitch 2. Sprinting from Australia, it's going to be Jane Stevenson going head to head with Kirsten Lee. They are off. Lee looks like she might have this, just like half a boat length. Significant contact with the body, though, has conceded the foul. It's really unfortunate. Australia then with the first attack of this second half in this senior women's division. Worth noting that where you finish in the group will determine your placings. I think if GB can stay with 2nd, they will manage to avoid meeting Germany again until later on. Germany back on form after the Super Cup. Well controlled by Australia. Off the side, unfortunate. Looked like it went in. The supporters thought it went in, but that was most definitely off the far side of the goal. Longbottom finds herself under fire from Hurd. Pressure on the pass pays off for the Australians. And they've got to chase this ball down wherever they can. They've got 3 goals to make up. Oh, opportunity. Tipped off the side by Littlewood. I think I'm just looking over to pitch 1 to my right. I think I can see that the Germans have a comfortable lead over the Danish. I mean, that's very much to be expected. Moore all the way across, finds Hurd. Hurd needs to get this away. Finds number 5, Thompson, back to Hurd. Stevenson. GB punching out and just eating up that cover provided by the Australians. The Australians having to come all the way back out for some respite. Lee punching out, giving Hurd something to think about, managing to get the ball away to Alexander, all the way up, almost controlled. I think that could have gone either way, to be honest. Referees have decided 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, so we're not going to say anything about that. All the way over to Hurd. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. We're going to see a shot any second now. Here it goes. Beautiful stop by Bethan Littlewood. That was going top bar and then straight down into the goal. That had some real spice on it from Sarah Hurd. Hurd takes it short. All the way over to Alexander. Managing just about, I was going to say, ooh, just about to find her colleague, but it's a boat headbutt situation. Ooh. I think that was vicious push. That's surely a card. Okay. I think that's number 9, I believe. Erin Moore in the sin bin for 2 minutes. Goodness me, this is exactly not what Australia wanted. They no longer can chase out because they don't match the GB boats in numbers. Down to 4 players for the next 2 minutes unless GB can score one here. Littlewood swatted down. Howes looking dangerous, bottom bar. Moore's sentence is up. She's been let out early on good behaviour. She will need to tidy it up for the remainder of this game. Their further cards will be a red. GB 6, Australia 2. Woo! Absolute monster from Goebel. Howes launches it all the way up. Winterbottom takes control, needs to find over the top to Lanao Madden, who's there. She's on her own. Buries it in the Australian goal. And once again, GB looking like they are quite happy to take this and run with it. More. Oh! Somewhat optimistic from Stevens. Goes off for a goal line throw. Long ball finds Longbottom. Winterbottom going toe to toe. GB need a fast runner in front. Interesting, okay. Illegal holding, that's unfortunate for Ella Winterbottom. Big calls from the Australians saying let her get the ball. I kind of feel like Ella Winterbottom did very little wrong there, honestly. Maybe I'm biased, but the Australians are not happy. They're not having it at all. I believe they've cracked out rubbish. I know, scathing comments. Anyway. Oh, that's the one. Beautiful little 1-2. Jennifer Stevens just sliding in, adding all of that boat speed to her shot. Now only 4 goals between these teams. 4 goals, 4.5 minutes or thereabouts. Controlled by Howes. Howes looking dangerous, decides better of it. Longbottom needs a friend, finds Bethan Littlewood all the way over the top. Longbottom, yeah, big calls of let's go. That was very nicely done by Longbottom, who needs to get this ball away, finds Howes. Australia with a 5-man press. This is very, very, very good polo happening here on pitch 2. Lovely ball up to the top, finds Winterbottom. Winterbottom needs a runner from GB to get away. Howes thinking about it. 8 seconds left, someone needs to have a go at this. GB just not managing to stick the landing, keeping possession throughout the entirety of the 5-man press, but not finding the back of the net. Goebel brings it up. She is supported by her colleagues. Moore and Hurd. Moore off the bar. They are surely going to stay pushing 5 out, 5-man press. So we're going to see some clever subbing from GB, taking someone off on one side of the pitch and bringing someone on the other side of the pitch is a very, very good way to create some space for your attackers. McBay finds Littlewood all the way up to Howes, who's acting as the anchor. Littlewood needs to move and get in front here. Lanao Madden all the way over to Littlewood. Long bottom, number 6 can't get away. Lanao Madden, she's gone. She's escaped the clutches of Anna Thompson and just run away with it. GB 8, Australia 3. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. Australia's chances vanishing in front of them, but they're not giving up. They are fighting for everything. Significant contact with the body. I honestly would have called that the other way, personally. Fine. I think Sarah Hurd is probably right to be a bit miffed about that. Lovely ball in front of Littlewood, and I think just some communication errors here. GB 9, Australia 3. Australia need to keep their heads up. They've proven they can go toe-to-toe with this British team. They're going to stay with the 5-man press. They're going to pick up a player to mark on their way back to their zone. Nathan Littlewood, long ball over the top, finds Kirsten Lee. Kirsten Lee just needs to hold this for a runner. Being summarily ejected from the Australian half by Erin Moore, just powering her away. Howes. Littlewood resists the push, lovely ball. Kirsten Lee has escaped, but finds herself under fire by Stevenson. Stevenson, can she stop it? Goes off for a corner. That is nothing short of a miracle from that position. Beautiful work there by Jane Stevenson. Australia with an opportunity to get a keeper in. GB just need to sit with this. Really, Australia needs to punch out and hit this. The Australian fans trying to incense their team into keeping up the fight. Don't stop trying, keep going. I think GB very much happy just to sit with this and run around and round the pitch. Pass and move, pass and move. It's a drill we've all done in a warm-up. Now, just holding that ball just out of Australia's reach. And the Australian fans, they are not letting up. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that they are giving everything they've got to try and get their team going and keep trying, keep powering. Lanao Madden takes the ball far out of Australia's reach. Opportunity in the last second, but covered by Longbottom. It's not enough. GB 9, Australia 3, and what a display here on pitch 2. Absolutely fantastic polo from both teams. I really do think that the Australians can hold their heads high. I mean, some of their defensive work was absolutely stellar, but it just wasn't enough against the Brits. Thank you so much for joining me here on pitch 2. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to hand you over to the one, the only Lynn Barker. Da, 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 da. The next game on this pitch is the 5:05 local time senior women's game. It's going to be Taipei. Is that versus Iran? How exciting. Right, we shall see you shortly.